of our small to mid-sized businesses have many problems that turn up. And one of the big problems I see that they don't deal with them in advance. And so consequently, when they come to me as a transactional lawyer, they're expecting me to get them out of trouble. I become like the fire person when something is on fire. But that's not what I recommend to people. Instead, I recommend to people to focus on the issues and learn from what other people have gotten in trouble with. So we don't want them to fester. We want to, if you see them as a small issue, we want to deal with that sooner rather than later. So let's take some examples. One example is in the safety area. Now, safety area, you think of manufacturing, could be an uneven part in the floor in the plant. It could be some protruding equipment that sticks out in the plant that somebody could trip over. Any of those types of items that could cause problems with your team within the plant, you have to deal with. So if you're large enough to have a safety officer, that's part of the safety officer's job, is to go in the plant and inspect, and also to look at and deal with those issues that they find. You have to queue them up for how they're going to be repaired and fixed. You have to raise those issues up to the plant manager so that the plant manager can make sure they're dealt with, because we don't want them to turn into personal injury lawsuits against the company. So another issue involves your team. So your team, could have negative things going on out in the plant or within your own organization. They could treat people badly. They could be very divisive. And we need to stem that, because there's too many times I see that clients call me where a former employee has sued. So we do want to always take a look at that and give the proper place for HR within your organization to hear and deal with complaints. Another one is contract disputes. Now, contract disputes occur many times because our team, our managers in our team, have signed documents that they haven't had reviewed. They think that they know what they're getting. They sign vendor contracts, and then they're not sure at the other end what they're getting. And instead, they end up in a dispute that maybe could have been avoided had they gone into having somebody look at it right up front, so that they could deal with the problem in advance when the vendor really wants them to sign. So that's the best time. You can negotiate those finer points that are going to get you into trouble if you don't do that. So that's important preventative care. So these are just a few of the different issues that I see all the time. And you can avoid them by going through this using your general counsel if you have one in-house, or using the services of a firm like ours. So thank you for listening.